Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Matt and it is Bloodthirsty Thursday finally. And boy, I got a bloodthirsty one for you. But first and foremost, I hope each and every one of you are having a fantastic morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, whenever it is you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time. Back onto today's movie. It's from 1981. It's listed 1982 on the back of the box, so I'm gonna just go with IMDb on this one. And it's from, like I said, 1981. It's rolling on a rated R, and it's about an hour and 36 minutes, starring Jimmy McNichol, Julia Duffy, Susan Tyrrell, and Bo Svenson, and directed by William Asher. Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker, a.k.a. Night Warning. Fantastic movie here. Now, this is a Code Red release. This, as you can see here, it's got the number on the side there, which makes it a official, I guess. I don't know. As far as special features go, there we go on that. There we go. You can pause it and take a gander at that. As far as the presentation goes, no reversible cover art, obviously. No index card or any booklets or like anything of that nature. And we got the standard disc. Whoops, got it upside down. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, the standard disc. Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker. I need to get a new case for it. I cracked this one, by the way. If you can see right here, I need a new little. It dinged. I dropped it on the way to watching it this previous time, and yeah, you know, fumble fingers. Yeah. But anyways, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with the disc or anything or the cover art. I just got a little ding in it. Now, what's this one about? Basically, we got the Jimmy McNichol character. His parents die in a horrible, horrible car accident right off at the beginning, where their brakes are give out as they're going down a steep embankment down a mountainside. It looks like, and they run into the back of a lumber truck, and the lumber truck rips off the heads of both of the occupants, or well, one of the occupants, and the other one happens to, after the car runs into the back of this logging truck, it happens to be drug along the road a little bit further. It ends up like flying off of the back of this logging truck, and it rolls down this other deep embankment and explodes after it falls way, 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 way down there. So essentially, both the mother and father dead in one fell swoop. I would have rather been the dad in that. At least you know it would have been fast. The mother, that would have been a long, agonizing way to go, because you watched your loved one get ripped to shreds. You've been drug along the road by this semi or this trailer, and now you're going to go flying down this hill, and all the while you get the visual of this, you get the trauma of it happening just mentally just before it happens. Pretty brutal stuff. Okay, and then you fast forward to, what is it, like 10 years later, 12 years later, 14 years later, I can't remember quite exactly. They fast forward it. Jimmy McNichol is no longer a child. He is a teenage boy who's about to graduate high school. He is a star basketball player. Wants to go to I forget. I think he wanted to go to Denver or something like that for school, and get a full scholarship because of his basketball. The guy is clearly talented. Good student, all the cliche, good, wholesome high school kid from the 80s, that very cliche thing. And so he's living with his aunt, played by Susan Tyrrell, who is a bit of a loon herself. She's never, as far as everybody knows, she's never been with a man. Never had a boyfriend. She's not a lesbian, but she's, she's straight. She just has no time for any of it. I'm guessing she's probably asexual. Sex is just not really a thing for her, I'm guessing. And then you find out that this guy, like, not very far into the movie, what starts it all, in with the story of the aunt and the nephew, the aunt wants the local TV repairman to come up to the house and take a look at the TV and see what's wrong with it. The guy comes up. She throws herself at him, like whips out the tits and everything, trying to get to him. He's not interested. She ends up stabbing him to death. But as she is stabbing him, Jimmy McNichol's character comes walking in and is witnessing this, and takes the knife away from her aunt and is covered in blood in the process. Fast forward a little further, Bo Svenson comes along, and who is the biggest dickhead in the entire movie. Like, he deserves a punch in the face. That's how much of a dickhead this guy is. Extremely homophobic, a real I would say sexist as well, because he looks down on women. He's very he even seemed racist. Like, everything about him, he just seemed just like a bad person, like, all in all. He constantly, like, he at one point harasses this poor gym teacher who is Jimmy McNichol's coach, harasses the poor guy to the degree that he quits his job because he's in worry that he'll get basically his career ripped to shreds because it turns out that the guy is gay. And and the fact that this is still the time era where being gay was still looked down upon was very, very tough to see. Very emotionally wrong. Like, it grabs you in a wrong sense, with the way he acts. Like, there's even a part where he does this whole limp wrist thing, and he's all talking about it's all in his wrist, and how he thinks Jimmy McNichol is homosexual, and that he was stuck in a lover's quarrel with the TV repairman, the gym teacher, and him, because the TV repairman and the gym teacher were lovers. Now, I'm not going to go too far in, too much further into the movie, only because it doesn't, only because it I don't want to give away too much, because there are some things in there that are really cool. Some neat kills, some good acting in there too. Susan Tyrrell is very good. Bo Svenson is himself. He's very, very Bo Svenson like. He's a one of a kind actor. He is what he is. He's not a good actor. He's not a bad actor. He's just Bo Svenson. I don't think he is acting. I think he's just playing himself in every movie that he's been in. maybe he does exaggerate some things here and there. Because honestly, looking at the man, I bet you he is a hater of the gay folk. Which, whatever. If he is, that's his own problem, I guess. It's 2019. It's time to get over that business. Alright, so, now what would I rate this thing on a technical side? It's polished very, very well. The only bad thing is Code Red is notorious for not cleaning up their releases very well. So it gets a little, the picture isn't quite the best. It could be a lot better. I mean, it is, I would say a 3 out of 5, because of that. Otherwise, it would be a 4 if it had a nice, crisp, clean picture. I'm not talking like Blu-ray quality, but I'm talking about at least cleaned up from what Code Red does. They don't do it. Doesn't They don't seem to be one of those companies that puts a lot into the restoration of their films, unlike companies like Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow or Criterion or etc. 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 You know, even Unearthed, they are my favorite label. They do a great job doing transfers. Um, Now, as far as the entertainment side, what I would rate this, I would go with a 4 out of 5 because this one is very good. I never got bored or got felt like I needed to pick up the phone or felt sleepy or anything because of watching it. All I could do was focus on the TV the whole time. There was no distractions. Nothing was distracting me. I should say. There's always distractions around. They just happen to. The movie just happened to over drown out all those distractions and give me. It was one hell of a good movie, and I highly suggest it for everyone. Alright guys, so I got a 3 and a 4, so that makes a 7 out of 10. That's pretty darn good in my opinion. Definitely give it a watch. It's also a BBFC video nasty in case any of you are following any of those, going through and crossing off all 72 of those and then rolling over to the Section 3 list. I've watched almost the entire list of both of them. There's some freaking awesome titles in there, and there's some pure garbage. I highly suggest picking through and going through a lot of those, especially Section 3. Section 3 has some of the better titles, better releases in it. Section 1 has some pure classics. Like, they're all classics, but not all of them are very good. Like, we got Toxic Zombies in there. I think that movie sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It's boring. Human Experiments is boring. There's a few other. I still need to see Expose and The Werewolf vs. the Yeti. Those two I need to see still. But other than that, I've seen. Oh, and I need to see Hugs and Kisses, I Miss You Dearly, or I Love You, or whatever the fudge it is. I can't remember. Hugs and Kisses, I Miss You, da-da-da-da-da. It looks really corny and really bad. I think that's why I haven't tried to track down a copy, because it's only available via bootleg and VHS, which I can do VHS, not a big deal. I still have a player and still have VHSs kicking around the house. Not a lot, but I still do. Alright guys, I'm rolling up onto that 13-minute mark. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you have a great day. I shall see you tomorrow. I got an awesome one lined up. It is really, really long, but it is a very, very good film. I would say it is probably it's the one of the most brutal war films that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I highly suggest it for everyone that has 4 hours to sit down to do it. Alright guys, I love your faces. As always, peace.